Hello, welcome to the Lolpog League.
Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. After yesterday's marathon, time for today's sprint. Only 2 matches in the schedule with a slight possibility to have 3, but we still wait for confirmation. The matches which are sure to be played is Division 1 match which will happen later, but we start with Division 2 match, ELIWA versus Le, and then Division 1, where the defending champion, Jesper, starts his campaign and will face our compatriot, ྩWIEKOSZCZAK. So these are the 2 matches for today, and maybe if we get a confirmation during the stream, we'll go with the third one. We'll let you know. Yeah, so after yesterday's action, time to settle down a little bit, but we hope that the players will give us some exciting matches. What do you think, Adam?
Especially ELIWA versus Le seems to be a fight for survival for Le. He really needs some points to the table. Now in not so good position after 3 matches. 3 points from 3 matches in the danger zone among Robin currently.
Yeah, that's true. I also checked the ELO standings today, and for Le it's also kind of dangerous keeping losing those matches. If Le, because Le is only a few points ahead of James, a few points ahead of Hazuli. It may be for Le even possible to drop not by 1 but by 2 division in terms of the ELO rating. So yeah, Le needs both ELO points and table points to keep his chances alive in case of staying in Division 2. On the other hand, the ELIWA is fighting still in the race for position number 1 in the table. The task is pretty difficult, not everything in her hands. She needs to win all her remaining matches for 3 points and count that team wins against Giovanni for 3 points. This is the only scenario for her. Team lost 2 points yesterday versus Mark, so yeah, it might be not enough. Team needs to lose somewhere else a point or 2. So yeah, pretty science fiction scenario, I would say, but mathematics still allows ELIWA to win the division. Yeah, so ELIWA with 2 matches, 1 win, 1 loss, 5-2 win versus Mark and 2-5 loss versus Giovanni, and Le with 3 matches, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Sorry, I lost the profile of Le.
He lost 2-5 against Robin, won 5-3 with Mark, and lost 2-5 to Giovanni.
Yeah, and we also checked the statistic about the average losing lines in Division 2. All players except from Le have the average losing lines above 100 mark. Le is the one who is topping out earlier, about 30 lines on average earlier than the opponents. So yeah, this makes probably the difference. Le can go for some high scores. Actually, 590 beats ELIWA's 556, highest score so far. So yeah, he's pretty inconsistent. He can go for very high scores, but also topping out a little bit earlier than the opponents. So yeah, the recipe for Le is pretty simple: survive longer, stay alive longer, and maybe there will be your chances. On the other hand, ELIWA had a very nice performance against Mark in her second match. Pretty unfortunate match versus Giovanni as her season beginning match. But yeah, now another chance, and yeah, I hope to see a nice match. I hope to see some high scores. Both players are more than capable of doing it.
The time has come, and I can see ELIWA live warming up. Le not live yet, looks like.
So
Do
we
I
need
have
to ping Le.
the
I will ping Le.
correct Twitch in here?
The
And here we
captain
have Le.
Rere.
Hello.
Oh, he is. Oh, hello, Le. So no need to ping you. You're here. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Okay, so as we have both players here, ELIWA is also in the chat. Hello, ELIWA, welcome. Okay, Le, we can wait those 3 minutes for you. It's within the magical 15 minutes, so no worry. But if you are here, can we have an answer if you would like to play SPS? We of course throw the seat when Le is live, but we would like to know the answer if we want to have an SPS match. Okay, Le is yes for SPS. What about ELIWA? Probably needs to warm up more in order to make the decision.
Maybe she needs her fam to help her.
Is the farm with us today or not, Adam?
The fam, yes. The fun, not really, it looks like. At least not so far. Who knows?
Oh, and there is the farm. There was the farm for a moment. The Lolpok farm, and ELIWA is yes for SPS. So we will roll the seat as soon as Le will be live. So ELIWA, you can still warm up more if you want to. We are waiting for Le to go live. Yeah, so we had quite an eventful Saturday yesterday. We've beaten our record, 8 matches over 8 hours of restreaming.
Yeah, we need to restream more.
Yeah, we promised to restream more, but for now it's our record. Division 5 is concluded, and we have a surprise winner. It's Richard Wolf. He can say big thank you to username Gold for not showing up in their match and giving him the walkover win, which was very crucial for Richard. But to be honest, Richard had way much better season than the last one. This time from those matches which happened, he won 2 of them. And yeah, the walkover versus Gold secured him the win in the division. So Richard will be playing in Division 4 next season, and yeah, we will see how it goes. On the other hand, Gold not winning the division, but as we checked his current ELO rating, he might have a potential even to play in Division 3 with his ELO points. It will depend how well the other players will do, how many new players will we have, or how many players of those who played this season won't appear. Unfortunately, we won't have Tony next season. He decided to take a break, announced it yesterday in his post-season interview. And if I understood correctly, Mark from Division 2 is probably also considering taking a break. But there are some other people who think about coming back in Season 3. If I'm not mistaken, I think that our compatriot ྩWIEKOSZCZAK is considering coming back. Maybe some American players, maybe Cobra, maybe Trisky. So yeah, there is a chance. And we also hope for new players to try. Some PAL does. We will announce the registration for Season 3 after CTWC. The Season 3 will happen in November and December. It will be the last season before the 2024 Lolpok Cup, which is our main event. So yeah, this is how it looks. It was not it was not long ago as we finished the 2023 edition of the Lollipop Cup, and now slowly but surely we're preparing for the 2024 edition, where Mark will be trying to defend his title. But we have very strong players competing. We have Jesper, who won Season 1 in Division 1. We have you, Adam, we have Merke, maybe Tugi, but we know that Tugi struggles a little bit with his wrists. I hope he can recover from this injury very soon. Yeah, so maybe some Division 2 players will be training more and give some challenge to Division 1 players. Who knows? Well, I'm very curious how it goes. And there is Le. Hello, Le. Welcome to the welcome to the stream. So yeah, I think we can roll the seat for game number 1. And then when both players are ready, we start the countdown. And
we have a 0, so let's draw the new one. Let's take the bottom one.
Yeah,
Here we have
so guys,
6, 9, E, 8, E, B. Hello, Rocco.
Hello, Rocco. Welcome. Yeah, just ignore the seat with 0. Let's take the second one for the match between ELIWA and Le. Both players currently with 3.
Yes.
Yeah, we do the 69 seat, yeah, because the first one has 0 on the 5th spot, and not every ROM is compatible with those 0 seats. So yeah, this is why we ignore the first seat. We go with the second one. Best of 9 level 18s only, 3 to 1 or 0 points to the table depending on the match result. And when you're both ready, let's start the countdown.
And the both players really need these points.
For various reasons, but yeah, they need. And we have ready from ELIWA, we have ready from Le, so let's start the countdown for game number 1.
The match starts in 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
What are the bookmakers saying, Adam? Who is the favorite?
Given the performance in the league so far, ELIWA is the strong favorite, but Le hasn't really shown what he's capable of this season, I believe.
Yeah, and this match is also a rematch for the 2023 Lollipop Cup. ELIWA had a very nice run in this event, but yeah, Le was her final opponent. Le was the one who eliminated her from the tournament, so she wants probably to prove that she trained more and that she is now able to beat the American player. 29,000 points for ELIWA, 50 for Le, and both players kind of struggling with their boards.
Struggling with the same pieces. Both boards were similarly broken. ELIWA is ready for a Tetris. One of the ground, Le, it looks like, will be set up on the very bottom very soon. What is this Z piece spam for ELIWA? Oh no, now
and
she
it looks
needs
very
an
difficult
or something to burn. This is perfectly survivable, but I'm afraid this will be a very demanding burn if she doesn't get anything good left immediately, and she gets it. That will help a lot. She gets the Tetris, still one of the ground, but no danger whatsoever. After all this digging, she has 76,040 lines, Le 112 at 41.
So Le about 50k in the lead. Yes, Rocco, this seat is kind of demanding for those players. There are Division 2 players, so they know how to handle those seats. It's not so scary for them, of course. There is no pace in this game because of the dig, but in the match, what's important is to score more points than your opponent. If we have a difficult seat, yeah, it's also important how to find a way to get out of digs quickly, to be more efficient than the opponent. Yeah, so it's also kind of a Tetris skill. 140 ELIWA, 206 Le, so Le extending the lead. I said that there is no pace in this game, but Le currently with 253 after 70 lines, so not that bad at all. Still 500k transition possible for the American player. On the other hand, ELIWA, yeah, is trying to squeeze as many points as possible, but she still has a hole in row 1, so maybe she will build for one of the ground.
She needs to chase, currently about 120k behind.
And Le got 3 long bars in a row, put them to the left side to fix the board.
They will have some additional few burnt lines. Was further behind, currently it's about 140k. She just can't get back to the prime scoring position.
But now Le has some dependencies on his stack, so it gives ELIWA a little bit of a chance to reduce the deficit. There is probably not so many chances for her to reduce the deficit on level 18, but yeah, let's see how long will the burning take for Le. 296 ELIWA, 379 Le. Okay, Le is going to be clean very soon.
Both players clean currently. ELIWA with this Tetris 320 at 108 lines. Le with this Tetris 406 at 113 lines. Still a very big lead for Le, but it's got much smaller than what it used to be. And ELIWA slams Tetris after Tetris, currently just
No, but
behind.
Le with those L pieces, it will be difficult for him to even survive to transition. So Le can top out very soon, and this is a chance for ELIWA to steal this game.
ELIWA needs to get to 409,000 points. One more Tetris will do.
What an unfortunate series of misdrops for Le with those L pieces, and there's nothing he could do. ELIWA gets a long bar, gets a Tetris, and she takes game number 1.
At the very end, she used all the runway she had. Hit the transition. Here it is with the final Tetris. The game has been stolen.
Yeah, it was like 140,000 in the highest lead Le had in this game, if I'm not mistaken.
Something about that. 140 was the highest I saw. Let's see how far she can go in here, in this game. Very nice out to the left. Now a long bar needed, but the long bar will save the board. Oh, too late. But the game is won. ELIWA leads 1-0.
That was a nice steal from her. Yeah, it doesn't happen so often that you are 140k behind and still win the game.
The players are ready. The second game starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris.
Yeah, the whale versus the pirate 1-0. Yeah, you're right, Rocco. Hello, Lilio. What do you mean? What kind of cheat?
Hello.
There's a first Tetris for Le and first Tetris for ELIWA in this game number 2. Yes, hi Lilio, but please answer the question. We're very curious what you meant with this cheat.
That leads by about one Tetris. No, not anymore with this Tetris of ELIWAs. That will be sent to the center. Now set up, gets the lumber, gets the Tetris. Yeah, with this triple hole, wasn't able to use that Tetris. That lumber for the Tetris gets another one, but after all of that skimming by both sides, she finds herself about one Tetris behind currently. This will be a few lines burn for that, and he misdrops the piece in a very badly manner. Will the pieces save him, or will it be an extensive burn? There's no danger in terms of surviving whatsoever.
And he is clean. So
Still not perfect. That all hole is there, but the lumber comes. Now it's all fine. And after all this burning by ELIWA is ahead by almost 2 Tetrises at the same line count.
Yeah, but now ELIWA with some dependencies, but gets a J and Longbar to fix those dependencies. So both players with pretty nice stacks right now. And ELIWA is about 2 Tetrises, 1.5 in the lead. But both players seem to be more happy with this seed than the previous one. Oh, but Le builds a longboard dependency. He went for a Tetris first. Now gets another longboard to fill the dependency to 77 Le to 67 ELIWA. But Le is few lines in the future. Oh, Le, but misdrop of Z, S, and T pieces. Now he needs to fix this board.
This is very tricky. It's eventually sent into a few holes, but this should be pretty easy to manage if the RNG isn't very unlucky.
Yeah, maybe he will build for this dirty Tetris.
Goes for it. He didn't have to. That was very risky, very aggressive, and it backfires. It backfires so badly. Now he's fighting for the survival. He needs a piece to the left right now and is not getting it. This is still survivable, but all the pieces are needed. And this is a top out for that. Oh no. Oh, one risky decision can ruin your game. In power 18. ELIWA takes the game. She leads 2-0.
It was, one risky decision and then unfortunate series of pieces.
This is actually a nice place. Nice pace.
ELIWA, if you want to, you don't have to play it out. Okay. 4-13. Final score for ELIWA. It's 2-0.
And ELIWA's ready. Hello, Jesper. Hello, Pog, indeed.
Hello, defending champion. How well prepared are you to defend your title? Today is your first match.
They are ready. The game starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. It's Lolpok, indeed. Jesper, you see. And how bad was that, Jesper?
Okay, so I'm very curious how it goes versus ྩWIEKOSZCZAK. We'll find out later, but now let's go back to our players. 71,000 for ELIWA, 51 for Le, so ELIWA beats an early 1 Tetris lead.
It looks like so far the match ELIWA seems to be slightly more efficient with the regular 18 play. As long as there are no digs, she seems to burn a bit more than that. Currently leading by 2 Tetris at the same line count. There were no major issues on any of the sides, were there?
No, there were not any. You said that she seems to be seems to burn more than leg. Can you elaborate on it?
Burn less.
Okay.
Be more efficient
Mm-hmm.
throughout the game. And that again, in a bit of trouble up high. He sets up for the Tetris and gets the lumber.
That was lucky. Sometimes you get lucky in Tetris.
It's, on the other hand, it would have been very unlucky not to get the lumber, but that's not a misdraw for that. And this time it won't be so easy. He needs lumber right now. He needs the lumber very badly now. He gets the lumber, but isn't it too late? That was too late. Let tops out, and ELIWA takes the game, leading 3-0.
Oh my god, that was unfortunate for Le. That was very unfortunate for the American player, and ELIWA leads 3-0.
ELIWA's ready. And that's ready. The game starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris then needs to start winning games.
Yeah, he needs, definitely. And he needs to stop those, I don't know, misdrop situation. I don't know how to put it, but it looks like he goes a little bit higher, then suddenly a misdrop happens and a bad sequence, and there's like nothing he can do. I don't know how it happens, but sometimes it happens that after one bad move, the game decides to punish you badly, and there is literally nothing you can do.
ELIWA starts this game with 4 Tetris in a row. With 5 Tetris in a row. This is bad news for that. 6 Tetris in a row for ELIWA now.
Yeah, it looks like ELIWA is on fire.
7 Tetris now. Eight Tetrises and going.
Is ELIWA going for the perfect transition?
Well, why not? She's set up for the 9th, and this will be the final one. 9 Tetrises and a bit broken board, but this should be just a few burns. Hello, Medros.
Hello, Medros. Welcome.
Just 1 Tetris behind, though. And with the board advantage, will have a chance to take a lead. This must have been a very good RNG for both. Normally you wouldn't get so high scores on both sides.
Yeah, the first seed for game number 1 was terrible, and this one seems to be very friendly.
They're currently with the lead of about 1 Tetris.
Oh, and Le, once again some weird stuff on his board, but yeah, he manages to deal with it very quickly. Le is on a 600k plus pace right now.
Wasn't it like let's start this match without any like extensive warm-up? think he was
I
in
don't
rush
know.
coming back home. Maybe these are the results of the lack of warm-up.
Yeah, but it's his own fault if he knows that he has a match scheduled for a time.
ELIWA fighting for the survival now.
Oh, it doesn't look good for ELIWA.
This
She
should be
needs-
survivable easily, but the time it will take, this might be a disaster, really. Oh, that's a very
Oh.
bad maze drop here. Is there anything you can do? Still, a lumbar gives a chance. As the lumbar doesn't come, ELIWA tops out. Le takes the game. Le surely wants to play this one out. This is on full pace for a 600k transition.
Yeah, Le doesn't want to play this out. Oh my god. He's satisfied with the winning with one game. He doesn't want to go for a score. Okay. Maybe he saves his the best scores for later.
Rokos's chance to warm up more wasted.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
And
Okay,
they are
we
ready.
have. Mm-hmm.
The game starts in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Yesterday, Mark came back from a 0-3 deficit. Maybe
Yeah,
they want
versus
to do the
Team.
same.
Mhm. Okay, so we have pretty similar starts for both players. So nothing major happens.
This time, Le with a slightly more efficient start. Beaten by one Tetris currently, around about. Diva isn't set up yet. Now gets the setup, gets the Tetris. Will she go for a left well one? Looks like she will. But decides to take the triple, go for the safer approach. So after all of that, she will find herself just about one Tetris behind. Maybe even less than one Tetris, thanks to that triple she took. And at the same line count, ELIWA leads by about 6 key points, just around about that triple
Yeah,
the score.
Decided to go on purpose for those dependency on the left side of his stack, and once again he's forced to burn few lines. It's not so dramatic as it was in those previous games, but yeah, once again he decides to risk a little bit and yeah, was forced to burn few lines. Now he's totally fine, but this allowed ELIWA to build a lead of about 30k. Both players once again with a very nice pace. ELIWA at 273 after 63 lines, led 246 after 62. So with the next long bar, we'll almost equalize the score of ELIWA's.
The scores are still nearly the same. The only difference is that additional triple ELIWA took, which gives her a lead of about 6k points. This is essentially non-significant, non-existent nearly, given the possibility of 19 play, but it's always better to be 6k ahead, then 6k behind, of course. These two Tetrises, she takes some actual lead though, currently leading by a Tetris and a bit, both at 83 lines. This will be some burning
right
for
now,
ELIWA though, and that's a misdrop. That's a misdrop up high by ELIWA. She gets lumbar, and it looks like this one will take more than 10 lines at least. Even the
There's a
state
chance
of
for
the
Le.
left. Now with a perfect boards, already equalize the scores.
And now it's chance for Le to build a lead, because ELIWA won't be ready for Tetris for quite a few lines. And Le is Tetris ready, so with the next long bar, Le gets another Tetris. 434 for Le, 401 for ELIWA, so 33,000 points lead for the American player. ELIWA is trying to build for a dirty one, and she has the setup, but will she get a long bar on time? And there are no long bars out there. There it is.
Finally, the Tetris.
Yeah, but still 33,000 lead for the American player. ELIWA once again creating an additional hole in her stack. It will make her life very difficult, but Le also with a misdrop. So both players struggling, but Le has this 33,000 points advantage. We're approaching transition in 15 lines. Who of the players will be able to clean the stack before going into transition? Who will have the advantage? Let's find out.
ELIWA needs to survive this transition. Now she tries to secure that. Will Le go for this last Tetris up high? I'm not sure if this board is cleanable under regular circumstances. I mean, no significant RNG help. ELIWA sets up for the last Tetris. Le is trying to as well, but will they both get droughted? ELIWA burns into the transition. She's behind in score, but just by a few thousand points. Le will be topping out, and Le gets the Tetris up high. The clutch Tetris. ELIWA, the score you need to get to take the game is 504,000 points. 504,000 points. This is 20k to go. Just 20k. The 20k of the last Tetris. Le got very late in the game. This is not a perfect board for ELIWA, but absolutely survivable. But with this hang, it won't be possible. ELIWA tops out. She faced the chase down, and Le takes the game with that clutch Tetris at the end of 18.
Yeah, this one Tetris made the difference, and we have 3-2. Yeah, both players fell into some simul troubles before the transition. Neither of them was able to capitalize on this. Le got this like clutch Tetris, as you said, and this was enough to take the game. We have 3-2. So the match is getting more exciting.
They are ready. The game starts in 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
Yeah, the last game that were the highest scores for both of them. So Le with the first 500 of the match, ELIWA with 490. And it was also, no, it wasn't the highest score lines, highest lines for ELIWA. She had 154 in game number 1, but it was the farthest Le could go in this match. It was his first transition in this game number 5.
They are waiting for the lumbar with the center roll.
Yeah, it's a drought, but Le got a long bar, so ELIWA should get one as well, but she closed the well just before the long bar came, and yeah, she wasn't able to convert it into Tetris. Now Le with about 1 Tetris lead. ELIWA still has this column 8 Tetris setup, but she misdropped a few pieces, so she will be forced to burn a few lines. 86, 87 for ELIWA, 86 for Le. So very similar scores. Both players need to skim additional lines. Le is now Tetris ready, gets a long bar, gets a Tetris, 110 for Le. ELIWA brings her stack down, and ELIWA should be fine as well. 115 for ELIWA, 133 for Le, so Le was able to build about 18k lead after 40 lines. .205 Le, 167 ELIWA, so it's about 38,000 lead for the American player, almost 2 Tetrises, and board advantage also on his side. ELIWA once again forced to burn more lines. Gets another longboard, gets a Tetris, 233 for him, 176 ELIWA. And ELIWA will probably set up for this center well. No, she decides to burn, go back to safety. 181 ELIWA, 279 for Le, so this is almost 100k lead for Le right now. Yeah, Adam, you said something that we had a match yesterday where Mark was able to recover from 0-3, from being 0-3 behind. Will Le be able to do the same?
It's really doing anything he can so far pretty successfully.
Oh, and the team is dropped from Le. And I missed S spin, so now Le is forced to burn some lines. So this gives ELIWA a chance to reduce the lead of the American player.
This looks like it will be a very tight ending. Le has the Tetris, but it won't be so easy to burn out of it to the very bottom without breaking the board. He goes for the quicker option, but it broke the board a little bit.
And he has only one Tetris lead right now, and he goes for a Vitz on the left side.
Well, actually, that was a very good decision, I believe, given the state of the board. It was like... that was a really rushy way to approach the opening. It's kind of fate. Oh no, now this is not looking good.
And
He
ELIWA
doesn't rotate that T.
Yeah, and ELIWA has a lead right now. So now all of the lead Le had, this 100, almost 100,000, all of this lead is gone. And now...
Oh, this is starting to get very bad. Le missed that T placement. He could have rotated the T. It would have been all open long ago. Now he's still fighting with the board. Finally gets a number for the Vitz. But this is left well with 15 lines to go, and he's about 40k behind. ELIWA with the true lead. 418 at 1 and 121 lines for ELIWA. 401 at 123 for Le. And he goes for the very far left. Well, he could have gone for cone 2 at this point. This couldn't be a good decision. He goes for this Tetris as well. What is Le doing? This is so risky, and he doesn't take that triple to the transition. Gets the number so lucky. Transitions with a lead of about 2 lines, actually. We have the race. That was so lucky ending of 18 for Le.
Yeah, and both players with very similar scores. So the one who will be able to survive longer should win the game. And ELIWA's bolt is looking more difficult right now, but she should be able to survive it.
What a great survival by ELIWA that was, especially that flat J or I don't remember, to the left a few pieces before.
467 ELIWA, 465 Le. Both players, a few thousand points apart from each other.
They're just doing whatever they can. This is a bad misdraw for Le. This board will be very difficult. He gets the L to the rescue, but misdraw's another piece. And this is gonna be a top out, but what will be the final top out scored? Le tops out, and ELIWA takes the game. Simul top out this time. ELIWA comes victorious at the end.
Whoa, what a tight finish. 6,000 points was the difference between both of them. But ELIWA was the one who scored most points in this game, and she leads 4-2.
Hello, Richard.
Hello, Richard, welcome.
Eliwa's ready. She has 2 chances to take all the 3 points from this match.
Yeah, but she's now guaranteed at least one after winning this very clutch game.
And Le is ready.
We have readiness from Le, so let's start the countdown.
The game starts in 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
And the race wasn't the longest one, but it was kind of interesting. Yeah, so let's hope for more of this. We saw a nice survival from both players. Now let's see who can be a little bit more efficient in this game, or maybe a lot more efficient. Let's find out. Yeah, Le, despite having this risky width setup, was able to transition with a very similar score to Eliwa. That was also kind of interesting.
Le in a lot of trouble. Le needs a lumber right now. Le needs a lumber. He gets the lumber, but can't he survive? So high, very good. Oh, it looks like he will survive. That was the last piece the lumber could come to save him. And it came. Le will be surviving this, but this is at least a few further lines of burning. Goes for the very aggressive approach. Gets another lumber. So lucky for Le. How lucky can you get?
Oh my god, it was so lucky. It was on the verge of topping out, on the verge of losing the game, but he's now alive and he's only 30k behind right now.
So it's damage done. Like, there was no time to deal more damage, really. Oh, what's a bail? Eliwa 168 at 39 lines. Le 138 at 42 lines. Jesper says, RNG gods, hear my prayer. Please give me that luck in my match.
Jesper, we've discussed it yesterday, and we made a conclusion: when we play good, we don't need help from RNG. Oh, and in order to play good, what do you have to do? You need to.
You need to have the support of the fam.
No, you need to train more.
Oh, yeah, that's too, yeah. Eliwa 286 at 63 lines, a very good pace. Le 255 at 66 lines, just 1 Tetris behind, and Eliwa makes a misdrop, which will make her burn a few lines. You can't! You need to train more! Oh, Jesper. You need to train more. That's it.
Okay, Eliwa with a little less than 1 Tetris lead, but board advantage Le, and Le is now able to take the lead. Eliwa is forced to burn more lines, and Le gets another Tetris. Le with 348, Eliwa with 323. Eliwa still needs to burn a few more lines to be completely fine. Yeah, if Le wins this game... Oh, but it doesn't look great right now, this L to the left side.
So lucky again, Le is... Not so lucky, Eliwa, and Eliwa makes another slight misdrop. Now, oh no. This is a complete disaster on the board.
Yeah, and Le is right now at 1 Tetris lead at the same line count. If Le wins this game, oh my god. It will be the biggest luck Tetris I saw in... Yeah, maybe I'm exaggerating the biggest luck, but yeah. Quite a lucky series of events. And now Eliwa fighting for survival, 356 for her. Le with 441. So Le building a very strong lead. We are approaching transition very soon.
It looks like Le is virtually guaranteed a very decent lead at the transition, given the state of the boards. ELIWA needs to focus on surviving the transition at first.
Yeah.
This board, this is not that obvious. I mean, there's enough lines, but it needs to be addressed rather sooner than later. Le currently with about 100k lead at the same line count, but this is very bad misdrop for Le. This is a really bad misdrop. He is guaranteed lead in the transition though. Will he once again go for a very aggressive dirty one here in the end? It looks like he will be forced to. I'm not sure if there's a way to survive the board given there's only 6 lines. You would need another miracle, essentially. Now 3 lines to go. With this one, it is survivable, but he needs a lumber right now, and with this left, it looks like it will be a top out. Let tops out. What will be the score? ELIWA, you need to get to... Oh no! Will ELIWA survive it? Can she survive it? This is...
509 is the score to beat. 509.
This left was never good. Now we can see that. Very nice L, but still, it only gets higher. Finally, ELIWA gets out of it. A really great survival by her, but another lumber needed now. You just can't lose the focus for a fraction of a second as you fall to further trouble again. Now this is a very bad set and a hang of a lumber, and that's it for ELIWA. Another fate chased on by her. That takes the game. Trace 3-4.
What a series of events we have! What a series of events we have! Very interesting match with a lot of drama, with a lot of interesting things going on. There are still 2 games possible in this match, but Le would need to win the next one, otherwise ELIWA takes the match. Both players are ready.
The game starts in 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
Yeah, if Le wins the game, he will force a decider. Otherwise, ELIWA takes 3 points home and keeps her chances of winning the division alive. Let's take a look on the stats. Average losing lines for ELIWA 128, for Le 103. Average losing score for ELIWA 409k, for Le 336. So yeah, ELIWA can survive a little bit longer than Le on average, but it's only 1 game advantage in this match.
This is not a good start for ELIWA though. It's a very time number, but no place to put this O piece. Needs to go to the right like this. Now, will she get this one piece she needs? It looks like she gets it. Oh, was this a misdrop of the lumber? I think that might have been a misdrop. But no damage done. Not too much of damage done. She is out, not out yet. She has to cover the well. Once again, will she get the lumber finally? And with this Tetris, it's 83,000 at 32 lines compared to less with this Tetris 187 at 38 lines.
Yeah, so Le has a lead in this game. And a pretty nice pace, 45 lines in, 212k.
Oh, this doesn't look good for ELIWA now.
Oh,
she went
needs a
for
lot of
that
help.
left well and it backfired. The lumber needed. Now she gets the lumber and another one. Very nice
And,
pieces. Not a bay really this time, but very nice.
ELIWA brings the stack down, but is almost 100k behind. And Le is going very efficiently. Look at his score, 283,000 after 60 lines. ELIWA with 169, so 114,000 points lead for Le at this stage of a game. So Le has a 600k plus transition possibility. Yeah, and it looks like in this game ELIWA can't find the proper rhythm.
Currently 130k behind, 150k behind. She needs to just start getting Tetrises.
Yeah, and she needs to hope that Le stops getting the Tetrises. It
Yeah, well,
looks like...
it's like not a secret. The chances for a 150k chase down are rather low, nearly non-existent, realistically speaking. This would be a real miracle. She needs to just try to close the gap to like 100k. 100k is doable, surely. 150. This is a lot of 19 play needed.
Yeah, and we can see Le with a score of around 500k at 100 lines. Not anymore with those burnt lines.
She went aggressive and it backfired. Now needs to fight for the survival, and these are additional burnt lines. Le on a full pace for a 600k transition. Actually,
Yeah.
maybe even for a mid 600k transition.
Yeah, maybe it's a PB run for Le. 650 is the score we have in our statistics. So maybe it can be a PB run for the American player.
The lead is currently about 140k points. ELIWA managed to close the gap just by like one Tetris. It's definitely not enough. Le is guaranteed lead at the transition, and it is likely to be a huge lead. The next Tetris will be 600k.
So with the most probability, we will see a decider.
I don't say
Oh,
that
Le went
early.
Le went very aggressively.
Le goes for the
610.
Tetrises, and I think this might turn out not to be that good in terms of surviving. Needs to go for this number to the left. Can he survive it? He needs a quick tap or an L. Le transitions with 644 currently. ELIWA currently with 487, but it looks like Le will be topping out. Le tops out. ELIWA, the score you need to get to win the match is 646,000 points. 664,000 points. This is 150k to go from now on.
645, so Le a little bit shy of his PB.
ELIWA needs the number. Now needs an L. Oh, this is gonna be a top out.
And there is a top out from ELIWA, 501, 120. And guys, that was game number 8, won by Le. So it means we will have game number 9, the decider.
ELIWA led 3-0. She led 3-1 and had a chance, was just a few, maybe like a dozen or so singles of 19 play away from a 4-1 lead. Now it's the decider, which starts in 3, 2, 1 Tetris.
Yeah, so both players guaranteed at least 1 point to the league table for this match.
ELIWA, among these 4 lost games, the average losing score of ELIWA's is 432, average losing lines 134. She had only one early top out compared to less 2 or 3, depending on what you consider an early top out. And all the 3 other games ELIWA lost were essentially failed chase downs. Of course, this is from the previous game. It's 150k points, so maybe not really that realistic. But then again, she had her chances on 19. Now she needs to fight in the very last game of the match, and Les starts it with a lead of about 1 Tetris currently and some board advantage.
Yeah, and with this decider, highest points ELIWA can get in the league is 11. So the same amount of points right now has Giovanni, but she lost the direct encounter to Giovanni, so unfortunately it means that ELIWA lost also her mathematical chances to win the division. So this is how it looks right now, but let's concentrate on a game. 106 for Le, 169 for ELIWA. Sorry, 130 for ELIWA and 169 for Le. Sorry for misinforming you.
Les started to play so good in the last games. Game 5, 503. Game 6, 470. Game 7, 508. Game 8, 645. And it looks like there's no stopping him. Another crazy pace for Le. 237 at 48 lines. Another Tetris 260 at 52 lines for Le.
Adam, do you remember a match between Mark and Giovanni?
Of course I do.
Can Le repeat what Giovanni did? So finishing a match with 600k scores?
He's certainly on pace for it, but it's never that easy. ELIWA needs to chase and will try to chase. Hello, Shuichi. Yes, that's the P word.
Hello, Shuichi. Welcome in the chat. We missed you yesterday. We said too many times the word pace and you weren't there. But now you are here. 213 for ELIWA, 330 for Le. Le has 100, almost 120k lead right now.
Le needs to burn though. It feels like this might be the last chance ELIWA gets. And ELIWA burns as well. They will actually be the first to get out of the actual major trouble.
Good luck on your match, Shuichi. Good luck.
Good luck. ELIWA gets the Tetris 244 at 80 lines for ELIWA. Another Tetris 267 at 84. Le still burning. Got into a new burn, so the gap is down to 100k, but ELIWA needs to chase.
And
She will be forced to go for this deathway Tetris now. Oh, she goes for this dependency on the right. This is some very aggressive play by her. This is a double Lombard dependency essentially now. She needs Lombard right now. Decides to go for this one of the ground, but with the hole on the left, this is never easy. This is not a Tetris setup. It starts slipping away from ELIWA. Le's lead is 100 and about 14,000 points. Le gets another Tetris. He's nearly on pace for a 600k transition. 2 more Tetrises for Le and he will be granted the lead at the transition. And he has 24 lines to work with. It looks like ELIWA will have to play the 19 of her life to steal the game and the match. 150k lead for Le for a moment. ELIWA gets the Tetris, but now Le mathematically guarantees the lead at the transition.
But
ELIWA needs a miracle.
Long bar dependency, but got a long bar. And there is a Tetris for Le, 534 for him, ELIWA 381, 150,000 point leads for the American player. And we approach the transition in very few lines.
ELIWA's board is not so obvious. She needs to survive. This will not be an easy transition. This will not be a good transition even. This is a very bad transition for ELIWA. Can she survive? This F3 high left. She needs a quick tap. And she misses the quick tap. Le tops out again. But another simul top out. ELIWA down with the score. Le takes the game. And the decider and the match 5-4.
Oh my god, what an exciting match it was. What a lot of, interesting actions it was. But Le, find something in those last games. Find a pace on level 18. There was not much 19 Le could play today. But it happens to be enough. It happens to be enough for Le to win. Both players, ELIWA, Le, thank you for this great show you gave us. It was really nice to see you playing. And you almost played for an hour. This is how long it takes
a
when
bit
it's
late, like 10 minutes late.
yeah.
That's why.
But it looks like it when you play the full match, 4 rounds, and this is how it ends. Adam,
Just like
say a few words
team
about
yesterday,
the statistics.
just like team yesterday, ELIWA led 3-0 and went on to lose the match in the decider. Really good stats for ELIWA. Really good by that as well. 423 average losing score, 134 average losing lines for ELIWA.
Yeah, but the highest score of the match.
The top outs, but with the highest score and the highest lines, also more total score. But less total lines due to those top outs.
Yeah, what a match it was, and it will have some kind of an impact of our league table. Is that the greatest score of the division? I will tell you in a second, Le. Let's find out the scores. Of Robin had 588, Mark 604, Team 586, ELIWA so far had 556, and Giovanni had 654. So no, it's not the highest score of the division, 9k less than Giovanni had. Yeah, you basically needed a PB to get it. So guys, this is how the league table look like. Giovanni with 11 points. Mark is done with the league with 6. Le still has 1 match to go with 5 points. Team with 4, ELIWA with 4, and Robin with 3 points. So still, it's not clear who can have a chance to finish in top 3, who will be relegated. Everything's still unclear. It's a very interesting division.
Giovanni, of course, guaranteed the 2nd place at this moment. It's team with a great chance to finish 2nd.
Yeah, but if team keeps losing, then we don't know who can finish in the top 3. And we have Robin in the chat. Hello, Robin.
Robin, not necessarily. Actually, if your last match is with ELIWA, isn't it?
Yeah, the last match is against ELIWA for Robin. So if actually, Robin wins for 3 points,
ELIWA will be the one in danger.
But then ELIWA needs also to lose versus team. So yeah, it's so unclear. It's so unclear.
Team can start choking. Both you, Robin, and ELIWA can win, and then Le lose and finish last with 6 points, with 5 points. But with these 6 points, Mark is completely safe. Don't forget about that. Thanks to the direct encounter with Robin, he will nearly surely finish the 4th or the 5th.
Yeah, but the rest is very unclear, and we will have to find out how it goes. We have also some changes in the ELO rating. The loss of ELIWA. We will see the update pretty soon. And you can see it right now. Sorry, ELIWA dropped to 1488, world number 8 right now. Le with this win advances to 1408 with the rating, so overtakes Rocco And now chasing G-Dutch and Gunther. For Lei, it's also important to have as highest rating as possible in order to be not relegated by 2 division, because there is also a danger like this. And we have Triska in the chat. Hello, Triska.
Hello. And here we have our second match of today. Jesper versus ྩWIEKOSZCZAK, Division 1. Jesper joined the league now. ྩWIEKOSZCZAK the third match of the league, but he's yet to win his first game. Let's take a quick look at the league standings. Both players with 0 points. Jesper with 0 matches, ྩWIEKOSZCZAK with 2 matches. And ЦВКОшчак needs to start winning to get any chance not to get relegated.
Yeah, this will be tough for our compatriot. His goal before the season was to get more points than Sidnev in Division 1 last season. And we know that Sidnev finished with 0 points. So yeah, pretty tough task in front of our compatriot. But let's find out how it goes for him. Jesper had a break of some month or so playing on CRT. So let's find out how much it will affect his play. So yeah.
And we just got the confirmation from JDH that we will have another match today. After this match, we'll play Division 4 match DEEWEE versus James. But for now, I see the players are on, and something seems to be wrong with ЦВКОшczak's capture.
Yeah, ЦВКОшczak, can you please check your capture card?
Hello, James. Yes, you've heard your name.
Hello, James, and welcome for the short notice decision to play your match. Really appreciate it. Why is Jesper sitting in his jacket? Doesn't he have any... how do you say it?
He's a Swede.
Heizung, how do you say it in English? Oh my god, I lost the word in the English.
A Swede. The Swedish guy, you know?
Okay. Yeah, no aircon.
You see, what is the color of the jacket? Hello, Marzo Techety. What's the color of the jacket? Let's look.
I am colorblind, so don't ask me.
Oh yeah, but it's clearly blue, just like the Swedish flag. Blue and black. Why have you changed the yellow to black?
Yeah, guys, but jokes aside, Jesper is the defending champion. He won Season 1, and today is his first match.
Yeah, Jesper, don't start. Don't start. Just don't start. What if I can see both?
Okay, so Jesper and ЦВКОшczak, now a serious question to you. Do you want to play an SPS match? And we will also have to ask ЦВКОшczak to adjust his camera, because we can see his CRT on the camera. I would like to see him. Okay, Jesper is up for SPS. ЦВКОшczak is fighting with his camera. I hope he wins this fight.
Hello, Robin. You see, Robin's training more. Robin does train more indeed.
Yeah.
That's very good. You need to train more. Yeah,
Robin needs to train more, because the relegation is coming.
ĆWIEKOSZCZAK's capture is like
Dying. Mm.
like wrong.
Mm-hmm. What it? Hagen points capture, yeah. Yeah, Robin, you're right. 唪WIEKOSZCZAK, did you steal your capture card from Hagen Points? No, it looks like the capture card is fixed. Okay, so 唪WIEKOSZCZAK, it looks like the hardware issues are solved. Now give us please the answer if you want to play an SPS match versus the defending champion from Sweden.
The Swedish guy said he had trained more for like 3 hours.
I'm not sure if дзikoszczak can hear us, but I will repeat my question once again. дзikoszczak, do you want to play an SPS match versus the Swedish guy? I hope his headphones are working. Hello, дзikoszczak, can you hear us? I would like to get an answer from you and start the match.
He needs to warm up more. It looks like. That's good.
Why is the defending champion warming up on level 17?
Well, I have one, like, one theory.
Mhm.
Like, what are the colors of level 18? They are blue, red, and white.
Mhm.
There's blue. He's Swedish, and he doesn't want to see the blue, which exists in the flag so much that he just doesn't play 18 anymore.
Robin says that Jesper is preparing for a LOLpop shootout. Okay.
But
Might be
what
all.
about the shootout? Like, there are. It looks like everyone wants to play in that, but
But
every
when we-
single time it is to
When we
happen, there are no players willing to play in that. Just tell me why.
Okay, дзikoszczak, you will be not more ready than that, but we still don't have an answer from you if you want to play an SPS match. Can you please answer the question? Okay, please finish. Yeah, that's a very nice pace on 17. Please play this out.
You see, because there's no blue, no Swedish colors.
Is Jesper going for his level 17 PB?
He will choke.
Adam, maybe you ask 唪WIEKOSZCZAK about the SPS. He seems to ignoring me.
I've done it.
Okay. In a written way.
Yes, I will
And
give you
you-
the seat just after Jesper finishes this game. He hasn't choked yet, but the choke isn't coming.
You'll max out the game from level 17.
Yeah, unfortunately, there is no jackpot in this game.
But he will do it for fun.
For fun or for fun?
For both?
Okay, I can give him the fun.
And he transitions with 643 out of level 17.
You see, and he chokes! What was that? What was that? What? What's wrong with you?
Okay, let's give the players a seat and let's finally start the match.
I told you he would choke. And he did. No fun for you. That was a setup for a Tetris. What do you mean? There was no setup ever. Oh, well. The seat is 788B D3.
And as soon as you're ready, we'll start the match. We are about 18 minutes behind the schedule, so we would like to ask you to prepare as soon as possible. There is also one match to be played between DEEWEE and James today, so we don't want to let them wait for too long. And 唪WIEKOSZCZAK is already ready.
And Jesper's ready. The match starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Robin says he clearly did not follow the third episode of the PAL 19 compendium. Do you think he knows what that is?
And as Robin decides to go along with the seat, Robin, please let us know after you finished the game what was your top out score, just out of your curiosity. But the most important is the match. The defending champion already with 2 Tetrises, 唪WIEKOSZCZAK with 1. $72,000 for Jesper, 49 for 唪WIEKOSZCZAK. Now 唪WIEKOSZCZAK with another Tetris, so both players going at the same pace. Now дзikoszczak needed to close the well for a moment and now requires a few more burned lines. But gets a long bar, gets a Tetris. 101 for дзikoszczak, 120 for Jesper at the same line count, so about 1 Tetris lead for the Swedish player. And 155 for Jesper, 128 for ྩWIEKOSZCZAK. And ྩWIEKOSZCZAK is still this one Tetris. Not anymore, he's on the same pace as Jesper right now, so we have a pretty neck and neck match. Now ྩWIEKOSZCZAK needs a J or an S to fill the stack now, and he got the piece. Now with L scheme is Tetris ready. 182 for Jesper, 158 for ྩWIEKOSZCZAK. ྩWIEKOSZCZAK waits for a long bar. Oh, and now was forced to close the well. Needs a long bar pretty soon, otherwise it will be very difficult to survive. Can he do anything about it? No, he can't. ྩWIEKOSZCZAK tops out at 160,000. And this means we have 1-0 for the Swedish player.
Hello, DEEWEE. Yes, we do have the third match. It will
Hello,
be you
DEEWEE,
playing.
I hope you trained more since yesterday, as you are the one who proactively offered the match to be played.
They are ready. The game starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris Robin says there was, what, 250 at 62? Did you top out?
Probably yes, but this is the highest score of the three. Jesper had 199 at the top out. So I think Robin outlasted both players and decided to drop out and won the virtual game.
Clearly better than them. Both start with 2 Tetrises this game.
Yeah, so let's say we have a tie between Jesper and Robin. 47 Jesper, 50 ྩWIEKOSZCZAK. So let's go back to the normal game, not the virtual one. And ྩWIEKOSZCZAK with another Tetris equalized the score. ЦКОшчак is trying to keep up the pace with the Swedish player.
Well, so far so clean for both. Nothing really happening. At 41 lines, Jesper with 173. At 42 lines, ЦКОшczak with 171. As close as it gets so far. It looks like Jesper now managed to build a lead of about 1 Tetris. Maybe it's even closer to 2 now. At the same line count, Jesper leading by basically exactly 1. Both boards are clean. These are really decent paces for both. Nothing like super special, but just what you want when you play a competitive game. Jesper needs to burn a few lines. ྩWIEKOSZCZAK has a minor chance to get back with the score, but he will have to burn a few lines himself as well. Is there any easy opening? Jesper also kind of struggling. The calm 9. Jesper now in a bit of trouble.
And
That's a very bad
ྩWIEKOSZCZAK
hang on the left for Jesper. Needs to open it up, gets the lumber. That would save him, but ྩWIEKOSZCZAK gets a great chance to take the lead.
But ྩWIEKOSZCZAK also kind of struggling with the board.
Oh, the lumber came one piece too early. You switched the two pieces, he would have had the Tetris and the clean board. Now it's Jesper who is the first one to have got out of the trouble. Leading still by this one Tetris. This one Tetris is a very significant lead. With the players playing so tight, no major issues. It gives a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, but Jesper... Yeah, please.
Easy come, easy gun, but in this case, Jesper not slowing down by any means. And now the lead is 100k points. ЦWIEKOSZCZAK had to burn 9. Jesper took all the Tetrises. One more Tetris for Jesper and he will be granted the entrance at the transition. Oh, sorry, he already is granted the lead at the transition. Mathematically, by a few thousand points. ЦWIEKOSZCZAK needs to do something about it. He needs to take at least one more Tetris and survive the transition. Jesper takes the Tetris. That's a misdraw by ЦWIEKOSZCZAK. That's another misdraw by ЦWIEKOSZCZAK. This will not be an easy transition for ЦWIEKOSZCZAK. He needs lumber right now. Where's the lumber for ЦWIEKOSZCZAK? There's no lumber for ЦWIEKOSZCZAK. And he tops out, not even getting the chance to chase down. Jesper leads 2-0.
And Jesper with 540k points. So yeah, first good score for Jesper this season. And we have info from Robin about the score, 508. So yeah, this is a full game for every player. So Robin, you would lose to Jesper. Can Jesper squeeze a 600k out of it? Jesper on level 23. 566.
This game was the 12th in a row ЦWIEKOSZCZAK lost this season. Will the 13th be the lucky number?
We'll find out very soon. Oh, Jesper with some interesting flat long bars, which work pretty well for him. 588. He's not that far away from getting this first 600k score of the season. 594. 595.
Unfortunately for him, no jackpot in this game. Here this
And there is a
600K.
600. So the defending champion wants to send a message to the other players as well.
Oh, he was thus. Top out strats have been introduced to the game, and here it is 603 for Jesper. 203 lines.
Yeah, so it looks like Jesper is slowly but surely finding the rhythm.
And they're ready. The third game starts in 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
Yeah, so we have game number 3, Jesper and ЦWIEKOSZCZAK. It's the 13th game of the season for ЦWIEKOSZCZAK. As you mentioned, Adam, unfortunately for him, all of the 12 played were lost. Can be a Can this be a breakthrough for him? And we have Blackberg in the chat. Hello, Blackberg, welcome.
Hello. 唪WIEKOSZCZAK starts, not necessarily starts, but after the 3 Tetrises, is a completely broken board. Don't see any easy opening. Another hole gets created in a way. And that's a very bad misrotation on the left. This will be some extensive burning by 唪WIEKOSZCZAK required. And Jesper has a great chance to get away with the score very significantly. Currently ahead by 2 Tetrises, but this is likely to grow to at least about 5. дзWIEKOSZCZAK finally out of it. Not that much damage done at the end of the day. Behind by 3 Tetris and a bit. With this Tetris of Jesper's, it's currently about 100k lead. This could have been much worse, actually.
Yeah, but Jesper is on a monster pace. Once again, 51 lines to 18. Now
So good so far.
Now forced to burn few lines, but gets another one, 235 at 60 lines, so we have pretty decent tournament pace for the Swedish player. дзWIEKOSZCZAK gets his board down, so now is a very clean situation. He can now go for efficiency, but unfortunately for him, he creates some kind of dependencies on his board, but gets a long board in time, so will be able to go back to Tetris scoring position very soon. 251 for Jesper. Jesper goes for the center well, gets a long bar, gets a Tetris. 276 Jesper, 181  дзWIEKOSZCZAK, and now дзWIEKOSZCZAK has a real difference of 72,000 to Jesper at the same line count.
дзWIEKOSZCZAK needs to chase. There are no pieces for дзWIEKOSZCZAK to do anything really. Oh no, and the number comes 1 piece too late. So unlucky sequence. 5 lines got burnt due to that. Here it is, the 5 lines here, 2 lines there, 3 lines there. And all of a sudden, you're behind by the margin. He's behind now, but Jesper's board doesn't do good necessarily. It's perfectly safe, but will he go for the one of the ground? I think he will be kind of forced to. No, he decides to sacrifice the 4 lines, getting back to the very bottom. дзWIEKOSZCZAK took the chance, behind by about 1.5 Tetrises now. The deficit remains,
yeah, but that's
at the
definitely
same line counts.
The best chance for дзWIEKOSZCZAK in this season so far, only 16k behind at the same line count. So yeah, this looks like the greatest chance of all for дзWIEKOSZCZAK to win his first game, even if he's behind.
And by less than a Tetris at the same line count, close to the transition. Five lines get burnt here as well. Oh no. Jesper's board not perfect. Great J attacking there. Maintains the lead and has 2 lines more. At the same line count, still 10k lead for Jesper. Jesper gets the Tetris. дзWIEKOSZCZAK now set up, but he needs lumbar. Jesper will have the lead at the transition, and дзWIEKOSZCZAK needs to survive.
He needs a long bar, gets a long bar. into transition. 469 transition for Jesper, now 460 for ྩWIEKOSZCZAK. So we have only 10 K difference between both of players, so we start the race.
And it looks like ྩWIEKOSZCZAK won't be able to hang around for too long. He tops out and Jesper takes the game. It's 3-0.
And let's see how far can Jesper go in this game. And Jesper tops out at 156 lines, 488, 500. The final score, and we have 3-0.
Цвієкоszczak's ready. And Jesper's ready. The fourth game starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris.
We have no score update from Robin. Probably Robin still mulling the game on level 19, I suppose. Okay, but let's go back to the match. Both players are in. Yeah, that was the best chance this season Цвієкоszczak had to finally win the first game. But unfortunately, it was not enough. Yes, Blackberg, those league matches are best of 9. Oh, Robin got 535, so Robin would have won the game. At level 26. Oh, nice. I was right about mulling the game. $73,000 for Jesper, 92 for Цвієкоszczak. I have a challenge for you, Jesper. When Mark will be playing versus Adam, give us then your score updates, playing the same seat. Challenge accepted? Okay, let's go back to the match. 102 for Jesper, 127 for Цвієкоszczak. So Цвієкоszczak was able to build a lead. Jesper was first to burn few lines. Shaking his head for a moment. And we have a very neck situation, but Цвієкоszczak is few lines behind. So now Цвієкоszczak has a real lead of about 1 Tetris. Okay. Jesper was pretty high. Oh, and now once again some misdraws for Jesper. What's going on his board? And he's laughing at himself with this Z setup. Okay, Цвієкоszczak finally clean to 27, Jesper 205, so Цвієкоszczak maintained this 1 Tetris lead at 60 lines.
This is the first time we see Цвієкоszczak with some actual leads in this match. Does great job trying to maintain it, and Jesper falls into trouble. Now it's major trouble for Jesper. He needs a lot of help. Jesper needs a lot of help. Jesper doesn't get the help. Jesper tops out and Цвієкоszczak takes the game. He won't get swept in this match.
And Цвієкоszczak, okay, maybe not the 13th, but the 14th game was the lucky one for the Polish player, and finally Цvієкоszczak takes a game in Division 1. And we see he's happy, he's smiling on his camera. GG's Цvієкоszczak. If you want to play it out, it's your own game. If you want to celebrate, no, he doesn't want to celebrate. He tops out at 330. True
Says,
lolpok moment. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed,
yeah, it's
ྩWIEKOSZCZAK.
like I can even give you the lol pog on the board. Here it is. Jesper's ready. ྩWIEKOSZCZAK's ready. The fifth game starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris.
Yeah, and it looks like DEEWEE is also playing the same seat, warming up for his match. DEEWEE, yeah, practicing because he will play after this match against James. Yeah, so ྩWIEKOSZCZAK finally with a one game in this season. Can he keep the momentum going? Now Jesper with not the cleanest moment of his game, which allows ྩWIEKOSZCZAK to build some kind of a lead. It's about one Tetris lead at the same line count.
Jesper kind of struggling. Finally gets the number. And ЦWIEKOSZCZAK has managed to build a lead of about 2 Tetrises now at the same line count and has the board advantage. The board advantage is gone. Will he go for this dirty? No, he doesn't decide to go for it. What will be the way to open it then? There's a lot of possibilities, a lot of options.
Maybe he will build one of the ground.
He would love to avoid it. The game doesn't really give him the pieces to take to the very bottom.
But he's still ahead in this game. About one Tetris still.
This is a Lombard dependency, effectively. Gets the Lombard. And Jesper has managed to catch up.
So they're in, yeah, the same line count is 18k ahead for ЦWIEKOSZCZAK. And Jesper keeps burning. So it all changes very quickly. There's Tetris for ЦWIEKOSZCZAK, 218 for him, Jesper 226, but ЦWIEKOSZCZAK is on the same score but 2 lines behind. Yeah, so no one's game. Yeah, it looks like in this game both players can't find the proper rhythm. They score 1, 2 Tetrises, then burn few lines, then one more time Tetrises. It's not like they are able to score a few Tetrises in quick succession. But now Jesper wants to prove me wrong. 295 for Jesper, 274 for ЦWIEKOSZCZAK. ЦWIEKOSZCZAK will be able to convert the next long ball into Tetris.
It looks like Jesper has built a little bit of a lead. I know ЦWIEKOSZCZAK is a few lines behind, but you will have to burn a few to set up those. Now Jesper 1 Tetris ahead, 2 lines ahead. This is the true lead. And he gets another one. 20k lead, 2 lines ahead for Jesper. Now, have to burn a few lines himself. This is not a perfect board. Deck T comes to rescue. 쪼WIEKOSZCZAK gets a slightest chance. 1 line ahead.
And we are neck and neck. We are neck and neck going into the final lines of level 18.
It's as close as it gets.
Mm-hmm.
The most players can get, if no top outs, mistakes, etc., is 1 Tetris at most. Jesper transitions with 467 and with a lot of trouble. Jesper in a lot of trouble. Can Jesper survive it? Can he pull a miracle? He needs an L. 쪼WIEKOSZCZAK transitions and he's behind. 쪼WIEKOSZCZAK needs a few lines. 쪼WIEKOSZCZAK loses by 1 line.
Oh my god. 쪼WIEKOSZCZAK lost by 1 line.
Oh no, that was 2 actually.
Okay, because it was more than 800 points. Okay.
Yeah. 840 is still level 19.
Oh no, a 136 line for Jesper, 134 for 쪼WIEKOSZCZAK. 쪼WIEKOSZCZAK needed these 2 more lines to have a little bit more score, and Jesper leads 4-1. Jesper guarantees himself at least 1 point to the league table, and look how relieved Jesper is right now.
Look how lucky Jesper is.
Mm.
He was the first to top out, effectively.
Yeah, 2 more lines for 쪼WIEKOSZCZAK, either 2 singles or 1 double, and we would have had a 3-2 score. Now we have 4-1. 쪼WIEKOSZCZAK needs to now save the match points against the Swedish player. Oh, and Jesper takes his jacket off. He's sweating right now.
And
Not
they're ready.
cold anymore.
The game starts in 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
Yeah, so it's not easy for the defending champion in his first match of the season. He needs to prove that it wasn't a coincidence winning the first season. Of course, he has beaten you, Adam, he has beaten Merke. In best of 9 there are no lucky wins. He had to deliver. Yeah, but we have totally new season. We have now totally new story. But 쪼WIEKOSZCZAK's board is not looking great. He needs a long bar, or it will be very difficult for him. He gets the long bar. Now he needs to bring the stack down.
It's still difficult. It's very difficult. These holes on the left are very demanding. This will be very difficult to survive for 쪼WIEKOSZCZAK. He needs an L right now, and he doesn't get the L, and this is going to be a top out. The game for Jesper and the match for Jesper. Jesper wins 5-1.
Yeah, so it finishes in a very unfortunate way for 쪼WIEKOSZCZAK. Jesper takes the game, wins the match, and Jesper takes his first 3 points to the league table. So it is like it is. Division 1, very difficult. But probably it was the best match from 쪼WIEKOSZCZAK. What do you say, Adam?
I think so. The stats won't show that because the 2 early top outs were like very early. But besides that, all 400Ks. Nothing like really special, but very solid game in those games. Yes, you need to try more.
So maybe
Sorry.
쪼WIEKOSZCZAK, you need to train some 18 as well. Okay, so we have the match stats. Jesper with average losing lines of 66, but this was only one game. And highest score 603, highest lines 203. Yeah, so in terms of those highest scores, total scores, Jesper was the one who was better. And he takes his first 3 points to the league table. And yeah, keeps his chances alive of defending the title on last season.
Not too much to say about the stats, just as jd says, his statistics are consistently average, as it is in this match. Let's take a look at league standings. Jesper up to spot 3, 3 points among jd. He didn't play with yet. He hasn't played with yet. jd down at the very bottom with just one game won within 3 matches.
Yeah, and Jesper has all the destiny in his hands. He has some matches scheduled for the next week, if I'm not mistaken. One is confirmed, waiting still for the confirmation for the other one. He will play on Wednesday at 19 UTC versus jd. So this will be another challenge for the Swedish player. And if the scheduling works, maybe on 19 UTC on Thursday versus Merke, but this still requires some confirmation from the players. Yeah, we have another match going in about 8 minutes. And I think we need to have some break, so let's go like for a 5 minutes break and then come back for the final match of the evening, the match between James and DEEWEE Division 4 match. It will be the last match for James this season.
We will be back in about 5 minutes. We're back from the break for the last match of tonight.
Yeah, the match between James and DEEWEE, Division 4 match. James still has some chances to win the division, but not everything is in his hands. He needs for sure to win for 3 points against DEEWEE, then hope that Hazuli loses some points in the match versus DEEWEE. And yeah, this can give him a chance to win the division. Because if Hazuli wins for 3 points, the direct encounter match lost to Hazuli will give Hazuli the win. But DEEWEE still has a chance to win the division himself. If he wins all his 3 remaining matches, he will be the one who wins the division. So still 3 players in contention for winning Division 4 and getting a guarantee to play at least in Division 3 next season.
Let's take a look at the league standings. This is a pretty important match for James. By winning this match, he can give himself a chance to win the whole division. If both Hazuli and DEEWEE don't get to 9 points. Oh, sorry, Hazuli doesn't get to 9 points. And for DEEWEE, of course still in contention for the first spot. Already safe from relegation, but fighting for the best places.
Yeah, he won yesterday against Tony, but as you could see on the statistics, his average losing lines were 40 something, if I'm not mistaken, 41 or something like that. So yeah, DEEWEE had those early top outs for sure. So yes, the consistency sometimes is missing, and we have to check if he will be able to improve. And James already asks if DEEWEE wants to play an SPS match. And DEEWEE says yes, so we will have an SPS match between James and DEEWEE.
For James, this is the last match of the season. Here we have the players, and here you have the seed. It's 6-1-B-4-9-8.
Okay, and we would like to ask you, DEEWEE, to adjust your camera because you can see only your laptop there.
Actually, we can see more, but just not
Enough.
Not on the on the original camera, not in here. So it's fine. And James is already ready.
Oh, now it's great. It looks like DEEWEE is still using his book to hold the controller. And DEEWEE is ready, so let's start the countdown for game number 1, James and DEEWEE.
The match starts in 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
And both players are in. And James starts with a Tetris. Dewey starts with 3 singles, but now gets another long bar, converts it into Tetris.
DEEWEE starts with a lead of 1 Tetris. Now waiting for the lumbar. Lumbar finally comes. That's a 2 Tetris lead. James closes the well just before lumbar came. Let's hear this. Tetris for James. DEEWEE with a very efficient start.
But now...
Oh, DEEWEE
Whoa.
misses the spin, the attack. Oh no,
And-
DEEWEE tops out. He missed the tag, but James is not there yet. James needs to get to 145,000 points. 145,000 points.
Yeah, it was
The
kind
next
of
Tetris will
unfortunate for
do.
Dewey.
But James, not with that obvious board, he still needs the Tetris. It makes his life very hard. Now he needs something to burn. And here it is, that downward comes the Tetris and the game for James.
It's 1-0 for the American player.
James is ready. And DEEWEE is ready. The second game starts in 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
Yeah, so this was another game in this season which Dewey lost due to an early top out, very early top out. We know that he can go for some high scores, but yeah, he is not consistent yet. We knew how those early top outs destroyed his season 1 in Division 3, which was the cause of the relegation. But now James is fighting for survival. $95 now, 118 for Dewey, 39,000 for James. And we have about 4 Tetrises lead for the Finnish player right now.
DEEWEE has turned on the efficiency mode. Very nice, steady, clean game so far.
And as you said
Immediately as he said it, he misdrops the SPs. That was like split of a second in between. What was that? I need to train predicting the future more.
Probably. 182, James 263, DEEWEE. And both players with some struggles on their boards, but DEEWEE is clean. James still needs to fight.
It's kind of running away with the score actually. It's 100k lead, board advantage. This is likely to grow a bit more. Now it's 140,000 points of lead for DEEWEE.
But we know that those kind of differences can be overcome. ELIWA had in one game 140k deficit to Le today and was able to recover out of it. So find out if James can do something about it versus DEEWEE. But James' board is not looking great. Now it looks like he found a way to solve it. 241 for DEEWEE, 448 for James. The other way around. 241 for James, 471 right now for DEEWEE. So it's about 230,000 points lead for the Finnish player.
What a pace for DEEWEE that is. Full 600k transition pace, actually even more. James won the transition with 500k, DEEWEE is guaranteed the lead and a huge lead at the transition. James will need 19 of his life. Another Tetris for DEEWEE. What a pace! Yes, Shuichi, pace! And James
Yeah,
on
and
the verge of
oh.
topping out. Get the number that will save him. But with this board and this deficit, he needs to just survive and to give himself the chance to chase down 300k at the transition.
Yeah, and DEEWEE with next Tetris and few lines will be at 600k mark. But will he get the long bar? And DEEWEE transitions with 579. This doesn't get the long bar over, so no 600k for DEEWEE. 579. 220 is the final score for the Finnish player, and James still fighting, but this board is not looking great before transition. It will be probably a top out. This is a top out for James. 373, 982, and we have 1-1 after 2 games. Yeah, so DEEWEE going for the very well-known strats, either early top out or a monster game.
Going back to the roots, James is ready and DEEWEE is ready, so the third game starts in 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
Yeah, for James it was kind of a suffer game, 373 after 133 lines. Yeah, it happens. It's like half of his PB. Yeah, it's still asking myself a question. What makes the difference between playing for PB and playing for matches in terms of James's performance? Are just those additional nerves or the pressure? I don't know. But I wish James to find a way to show us his full potential also in the matches. He's a very great player, top 10 of the worlds all time in terms of score.
Maybe he keeps the best performance for the Local Cup.
Who knows? Who knows? DEEWEE started with 96,000, James with 74, so DEEWEE with about 1 Tetris lead. 166 for DEEWEE, 142 for James. So DEEWEE still maintaining this one Tetris lead.
DEEWEE with a giant spire. Oh, and the Lombard comes one piece too late. Or the piece to burn came one piece too early.
He's a Finnish player, so sooner or later those Finnish towers will appear on the board.
And James takes the lead.
212 for James, and James is also a few lines behind, so it's a real lead for the American player right now.
This is the third time in the match we have James actually holding the lead, I believe.
Yeah, because in the first game he was required to do this small chase down. Game number 2 he was totally outpaced by DEEWEE, and now he is able to play great.
DEEWEE goes for the center eye. Takes the triple, goes for the safer option.
And now DEEWEE, he will go for those dependencies, but he gets a long bar. 331 for James, 281 for DEEWEE. So it looks like James found a way to keep the game going with a pretty nice pace. And James is once again Tetris ready. 333 James, 304 DEEWEE. Now DEEWEE needs to reopen the well, so it gives James another chance to extend the lead, but James is fallen into some dependencies he has to fight with.
Oh, this won't be that easy to get out of. These are the good burns, but one more needed. And he doesn't even try to go with that out to the left. This one not as well. These are some additional burns he will require.
And DEEWEE took a lead. 368 for James, 403 for DEEWEE.
But DEEWEE is 8 lines ahead, so James still holding the true lead in a way.
But James once again with those dependencies in his stack. It wasn't a Tetris, it was only a triple. 426 for DEEWEE. Now DEEWEE with 449, James with 402, but James 9 lines behind. And DEEWEE with 473. 472, James with 403. James is Tetris ready, gets a long bar, gets a Tetris. 425 for James. James 10 lines behind, so 2 or even 3 Tetris is possible. So we can have a very, very tight race on 19. DEEWEE transitions with 521. Let's find out what will be the score of James. And it looks like DEEWEE's board is falling apart. DEEWEE tops out at 524. So 525 is your goal, James. 525. So
this double doesn't do it yet.
Mhm.
Could have set up a triple, and this would have been enough. The board is not good anymore. He needs one more single, and he gets it.
Oh, and James completes the chase down. James leads 2-1.
Less than 500 points. This would have been top out, I believe.
Yeah, under close game, we had a very close game between who? Between Jesper and ྩWIEKOSZCZAK. It was like 900 or 800 points difference. Now we have a 500 points difference. Yeah, we said 525 because we round up it always, but yeah, 524.7 was enough. Yeah, we always say the score, which for sure guarantees you the win. But yeah, 524.7 against 524.2 was enough.
James, ready? And DEEWEE is ready. The next game starts in 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
And DEEWEE says always tight matches with us. Yeah, so players, if you would like to continue in this matter, going into transition with over 500k scores, games decided by 500 points, we want to see more of it. Oh, and DEEWEE hits that is now that he the long bar spin, sorry. 46 for James, 40, no, that's the same score for both players for a moment.
DEEWEE gets dangerously high, manages to burn. This will require some further burning. It's a very high left well, dirty left well for DEEWEE, and Mizrus another piece gets the lumbar. It's the Tetris. Not out of it though. And another Mizrus for DEEWEE up high. Very nice opening. Another misdrop that is for DEEWEE.
What's going
So
on?
many misdrops on his side. This lumbar now. DEEWEE's lumbar. Too late.
It's probably too late for him. There's
And
not
that's a
nothing
top
to
out.
do.
And James takes the game already. He leads 3-1.
Yeah, James is safe. James leads 3-1. DEEWEE continues with this mix of great paces combined with those weird early top outs. Unfortunately, and it's 3-1 for James.
James is ready. And DEEWEE is ready. The game starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris.
We have DEEWEE with an early lead, 98,000. And James with 77 at very similar line count, so about one Tetris lead for the Finnish player.
It's another very clean start for DEEWEE. Let's see how far he will be able to go with that in this way. 147 at 33 lines for him. 128 at 34 for James.
And DEEWEE He's trying to maximize current potential. He needs to win this game, otherwise his situation will be very difficult. And DEEWEE is on another monster pace. Yeah, this mix of those early top outs and then suddenly another game and DEEWEE plays like a pace monster. Do you have an explanation for it, Adam?
Nope. Well, in a way I have. He needs to train more. But that's obvious, isn't it?
Yeah, but his board is not so obvious right now.
Once again, it's like so clean game for so long. Now there are trouble. He manages to get out of it. James also had to burn a bit.
Oh, and DEEWEE... Okay, but he got 3 longboards in succession to fix the mistake. Otherwise it could have been a little bit more dangerous. But his left is still vulnerable. 286 for James, 372 for DEEWEE, but DEEWEE is 10 lines ahead. So there are still some chances for James. Oh, and DEEWEE is fighting for his life right now. I don't know if he can survive it. It looks like
It's
a top out and...
another top out in basically the same way for DEEWEE. So clean, so good, and then there's top out. James, you need to get to 400k points roughly, but this is not that obvious with this board. What is James doing? Oh no! James tops out!
James won't be able to complete the chase down, and DEEWEE takes a game, and we have 3-2.
What's happening?
This 100 lines were cursed or something. 99 top out for DEEWEE, 100 for James. What's going on?
DEEWEE is ready. James is ready. The game starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. James could have been 4-1 ahead. Now it's 3-2 from his perspective. Dream scenario from DEEWEE.
Yeah, but for James, it might be an important game because, as we said, for him it will be ideally to win with all 3 points against DEEWEE, and then hope that Hazuli loses some points to the Finnish player, to the other Finnish player. Win in a decider for James would mean that Hazuli would need to lose the match. Oh, but what is DEEWEE doing right now?
Another trouble of the same kind. Both players struggling with their boards. DEEWEE goes for this dirty Tetris and gets it. He's behind by about 1 at this point, but James, with a slightly more manageable board, DEEWEE had to burn a few lines, gets back to the prime position and gets the Tetris. James takes
And
Dirty Tetris. It sends him to 135 at 42 lines. DEEWEE 156 at 49 lines. Still some work to be done.
oh, and DEEWEE misdrops and LPs.
So many dust mistakes for DEEWEE.
Yeah, this slows him down or shouldn't be that fatal for him right now.
The stacking is so good all the time, but when you get a misdrop like this, there's nothing you can do. You need to burn, no matter how good your stacking is.
And this gives James a chance in this game to chase the score.
If
But
it
James
happens,
now,
yes,
some in the forced to burn few lines, and DEEWEE is clean 259 after 78 lines, and James is struggling. James is fighting with his board.
both players struggling really. Suffer games. Total suffer games.
And DEEWEE has this dirty setup and gets a long board, gets a Tetris. 315 for DEEWEE, 215 for James, but James is 6 lines behind. And now James will be required to burn more lines.
It looks like DEEWEE is getting away with the score. 140k the lead is now. One more Tetris and he'll be granted the natural transition, but it's not that obvious that DEEWEE will survive the transition with this board. A lot of trouble for James.
Yeah, it won't be probably possible for James to survive it.
James stops out and DEEWEE takes the game, leveling up the match at 3 each.
Yeah, 229, 900 was the final score from James. So yeah, DEEWEE is fine to win this game. Yeah, and we will have 3-3. So it could have been 4-1 for James, and suddenly it's 3-3 tie. And DEEWEE tops out after 132 lines, 432, 160 final score. And as we said, 3-2-3 after 6 games.
They are ready. The game starts in 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
James, if he wants to keep his dreams alive of winning the division, yeah, shouldn't lose any more games, should win 2 games in a row and keep his chances alive. Otherwise, he will be forced to hope for some favorable results happening in the match between DEEWEE and jd.
A lot of favorable results, really.
But as we know, his destiny is not in his head. He still has to hope that jd loses some points in the match versus DEEWEE. But if DEEWEE wins this match, DEEWEE will be in the contention for winning the division. So both players with realistic chances. 123 James, 142 DEEWEE. $146 for James, 142 for DEEWEE. So it's the same line count. DEEWEE has 20k lead. Yeah, and it looks like this time both players are able to handle those pieces pretty nicely. Oh, James has some troubles. Shouldn't be anything fatal, I suppose, but let's find out. DEEWEE still going clean. 259 after 55 lines. James with 203 after 57. So about 2.5 Tetris lead for the Finnish player right now.
This board of DEEWEE's is very demanding. It's not a Tetris setup, it will be just a triple, but he still has the lead.
It's forced to burn 1 or 2 more lines to get a Tetris setup. Or even more, because of this unfortunate smash boy. And James gets a Tetris 305 for James, but James is few lines in the future. But DEEWEE's board requires some fix. Oh, and DEEWEE's board is not looking great by any means right now. He needs a lot of help right now. Oh, it looks very bad.
Very bad. Still survivable, but even if he gets the pieces, this will take a lot of time. James will surely run away with the score. I don't think DEEWEE can survive it anymore. DEEWEE will top out, and James, already good, takes the game. Leads 4-3.
Yeah, so James guaranteed at least 1 point from this match. So this forces Hazuli to win at least 4 games in a match versus DEEWEE. Can James take all of the 3 points, or will DEEWEE force a decider?
They are ready. The game starts in 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
Yeah, if James wins this game, he has to hope that DEEWEE wins at least 4 games in a match versus Hazuli. Because if James wins for 3 points, then James will have 9 points at the end of the league, and even if DEEWEE wins for 3 points against Hazuli and myself, he will also have 9 points at the end, and this would be not enough for DEEWEE because of the direction counter. So DEEWEE, if he needs to keep his chances alive to win the division, he needs to win this game.
DEEWEE once again starts very nicely. 185 at 36 lines for DEEWEE. 146 at 35 lines for James. It looks like a very good seed we have.
Yeah, another one. So we are kind of lucky to those seeds today.
Yeah, we've trained getting good seeds more.
Mm-hmm.
And here this bad maze drop by DEEWEE. How many lines will it take this time?
Didn't take that long because he got very favorable pieces to dig out of it. It's 208 for James, it's 238 for DEEWEE. Now at the same line count, DEEWEE is 52k ahead. So DEEWEE is over 2 Tetrises, has advantage over 2 Tetrises over the American player. But we know that in the previous games, the longer the game took, the harder for DEEWEE it was to maintain the stack in order. Will it be the case in this game as well, or will DEEWEE prove us wrong?
DEEWEE goes pretty high, needs to save himself with this great triple. It still maintains the lead. I wonder, does he really have to go that aggressively? Knowing he needs to win this game and has the lead of about 3.5 Tetrises.
And
that's a maze drop by DEEWEE.
The classic DEEWEE
And another
maze
maze drop. What a save that will be. He saves himself again. So fragile, this DAS.
Yeah, this was once again the classic DEEWEE maze drop, I wanted to say. 317 for James, 351 for DEEWEE. James is still behind, but DEEWEE needs to reopen the well, needs to prepare for Tetris readiness, and this is a chance for James. He's only 18k behind, but James's board is not perfect as well. Oh, and both players kind of struggling, so we see the classic scenario. The further we go, the more problem the game causes to both players, who will be able to handle it better. 347 James, 365 DEEWEE. James takes a Tetris, so at the same line count it was like about 2k behind, 2k difference between those players. So yeah, this looks like it will be no one's game.
It is no one's game. It looks like we will have the race.
Yeah, DEEWEE needs to win this game, otherwise his life in the division will be very difficult. James also would like to win the game and take all 3 points home, but James's board is not looking great. He's going higher and higher, and we approach transition very shortly.
DEEWEE will transition with the lead, but what the lead will be? James will not have an easy transition. James fighting for his life now. James on the verge of topping out. And James tops out. DEEWEE prevails. We have the decider.
Oh my god. How dramatic it goes today.
It's the second decider of the evening.
Yeah, and second decider for the American player.
And they are ready. So without further ado, let's start the game, the last game of tonight. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
Yeah, on average, James is the one who survives a little bit longer than DEEWEE. 116 lines average losing lines for James, 76 for DEEWEE. But DEEWEE was able to score more points in this match so far, 3 million points against 2.5 million points for James. So yeah, this is something what is not wondering me, because it proves classic DEEWEE. he either goes for some great scores or tops out early. Using 唪WIEKOSZCZAK terms, James is more average in this match. But James started with an early lead of about 1-3 in this decider. And DEEWEE, once again with some problems on his board. How long will he be digging?
DEEWEE falls into some trouble again. This is a very bad placement on the left. DEEWEE needs a lumber. He gets the lumber, manages to get it over to the left. Will he save himself? Another lumber needed. He gets the lumber. What a survivor by DEEWEE again. Once again, was it really needed? Kind of puts himself in this kind of situations.
Adam, I think he can't fight against his Finnish nature, I suppose. We have 160 for James, 123 for DEEWEE, and James is also 4 lines behind. So advantage James after 50 lines of this decider. And DEEWEE tops out of nowhere. I missed it totally. 125, 400 is the top out score for DEEWEE. So it means James takes a game, takes a match, wins the decider, wins 5-4.
Honestly, I'm speechless. That was all the same story again. So many times it happened in this match to DEEWEE. James takes the game, takes the match, and keeps his chances for winning the division alive.
But in order to win the division, he needs DEEWEE to win, no matter how high, against Hezuli. And yeah, it is what it is. But we have also to maybe calculate some scenarios. Maybe I can play some spoiler in this whole situation as well, because DEEWEE still has some mathematical chances to win, but he needs to win a match with me to keep those chances alive. So we will need to calculate all of the outcomes possible. But yeah. With this decider win, mathematically speaking, both players keep the chances to win the division. And let's find out what will be the final score of the season for James.
And James, if you wish, that was the last match of yours in the season. Feel free to join us, the open commentary booth.
Yeah, we would like to hear from you about your point of view on the whole season, how satisfied you were with your play. Would be nice to hear your thoughts. And yeah, but let James finish his game. His victory lap.
He transitions very safely.
Unfortunately, it will be it for James. 442.093 is the final score of the season. And yeah, James, please come to us. We would like to hear from you.
James wins 5-4. Higher averages in score, higher average in lines. Slightly lower highest score, slightly lower highest lines. Surprisingly a bit less total score, but over 100 more total lines. Very well deserved victory that was.
Yeah, that was a very well deserved win for James. And yeah, this loss against Fazuli. Yeah, we
Hello,
can hear you.
yes,
Hello,
we
James.
can hear
Hello,
you.
James. Congrats for winning the match and keeping your chances alive for winning the division. Share us your thoughts about the whole season. How satisfied you were with your play?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that very well. The volume's really low.
Maybe you can adjust it on your Discord.
Yeah, I think I hear it fine now.
Okay, so once again, congrats for winning the match. You still have chances to win the division. What's your take on the whole season? How satisfied you were with your performance?
I'm satisfied with actually winning a match this season, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what else to say about that.
Yeah, so
Let's
so
take a
you...
look at the league standings maybe.
Mhm.
Here I have it. You're currently on the top. Oh, the direct encounter needs to be removed. So just ignore it for now. With 8 points, Hazuli can still overcome you. DEEWEE can still technically as well, but there is a scenario in which you still win.
Yeah, and this scenario would be that DEEWEE wins versus Hazuli in a decider for 2 points. And DEEWEE needs to lose at least 1 point in match against... no, he doesn't need... yeah, he needs to lose at least 1 point against me. Yeah, so quite scenario to happen. We'll have to find out. But James, I need to ask you one question. You're a great PB player, but you can't convert it to the match plays. Do you think you know the answer why it is? Have you analyzed it?
I hate to be the one to blame my controller, but I play all of my PBs on keyboard, and of course I'm playing with a Wiimote here on Woolpogs. That probably makes me a little more hesitant to go for some of the more risky moves, even on 18. I just don't feel as confident that I can get them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the difference about the controllers. Yeah, so Adam, what do you say, James, in these terms of the controller?
Well, you need to train more.
Yeah,
that's what I'm doing every time I participate in a Woolpog match, right?
Yeah, that's what you're doing. Yeah, that's nice. James, you didn't win a match last season. You won 3 matches this season, so definitely it's a progress for you. It's always fun to watch you. I hope we can see you playing next season as well.
Certainly.
Okay.
That's
do you want
great.
to add something from yourself? Because maybe there is something you wanted to say.
Nope, that's it for me. I gotta go shop for groceries and then start my work shift.
Okay, so have a nice rest of your day. Thank you for the season, and see you then in season 3 of the Loltalk League. Thank you, James, for coming to the commentary.
Thank you very much. So that was it for today.
Yeah, Adam, but we can also show the ELO rating list, because after this win, James gained some ELO points after beating DEEWEE. James is now with from 1362 he advanced to 1379. So James is a little bit higher than he was in terms of ELO points, but there are still some players in Division 3 who will be playing. Some of them will gain, some of them will lose. And yes, lose points, so still some shuffle possible. On the main page, active. Okay, in order to be on this displayed here in this ratings, you have to play at least 5 matches, and you have to have at least 1 match in the last 180 days. These are the rules to appear on the official ELO list, but we have also the full ELO list without those restrictions, and Adam can show this list as well if you're interested. So this
Giovanni
is how it
will
looks.
be joining the official list very soon.
Yeah, and on the official list, DEEWEE dropped behind Michu, spot 22 right now with the rating of 1297. So yeah, we have only 27 active players right now, but I hope it will change soon. There are some Division 4 players who had only 4 matches, so in the next season they will show Division 5, sorry. They should also appear, like Balbar, like Hyakutaro, and yeah, there are also players like you mentioned, Adam, Giovanni, who will be also appearing on the list very, very soon. Yeah, I think it's all then for today. We will be back with the next matches on Wednesday. At 17 UTC, there will be Gunter versus Iceblade, Division 3, 18 UTC RVP versus Rocco, also Division 3. At the 19 UTC, the defending champion Jesper continues his journey, this time versus Tugi.
For now, let's rate monthly Tetris, on which the Tetris Deathmatch is played currently.
Yeah, so thank you for watching today, and see you on Wednesday.
Next match, Wednesday, 17 UTC. For today, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.